Hi guys. Number one, this filter, it is eating the fuck up. I look terrible, okay? So I need filter. Number two, um, guys, I want to talk about something that's a bit uncomfortable, but it's okay. Child. Okay. So anyway, Maubani, I was having a mental what day turned into a spiritual what day, and I had this weird realization, which is okay. So, and I realized, Tori, you're actually a realm. You are a world. You are an entire existence happening. You know how I'm one of the people, but like, oh, the earth is like a woman, and her ocean is like her womb. I'm one of those people. I believe with all that I am that the world is a woman, the earth is a woman. We are just existing inside of somebody else's body, and the moon is her third eye, the sun is her mind's eye. I don't know, but I've always just had that feeling, ne? Cool. So Mabani, it hit me, Hori, you are a world. Like I am a world, you are a world. Because Hori, you are a realm that inhabits, or that is inhabited by God. And he says this, God says, Hori, you are my temple. And God is like, remember, Jesus was like, I am going to be with my Father in the heaven. Like, God lives in heaven. The realm where God exists is heaven. So you are a piece of heaven walking, and when you're walking past somebody and you're looking at them, you're actually observing a world, a realm, and unfortunately, not all realms are good. The devil also exists in a realm. He exists in a world. He exists in a place that is like his heaven, I suppose. We call it hell, but there are many names for it. That is where the devil exists. So when you hear people saying things like, especially about a woman's body and like her blood, I've been seeing so many videos vandaag about menstrual blood and like a woman's blood and like what happens when a woman bleeds, Hore. Oh, you become a ritual. You are able, when you are bleeding, you are able to cancel out anything that is happening spiritually. Your mere existence in that state is able to not only interfere, but you're able to cancel anything out. They're saying you're too powerful of an existence when you're on your period. That is why even in some churches, especially those spiritual churches that practice spirituality and like all these things, churches that have rituals, um a woman on her period, it's probably prohibited from entering the church. And everybody's always like, oh, why? And they're saying, oh, usilafetse. It's the easiest way to get anybody scared enough to not step in there. Because how about usilafata, whatever things happening, and cancel people's messages, interrupt people's healing and stuff like that. So bara usilafetse without them actually explaining. Anyway, that's what I got on TikTok. I did not know this prior TikTok. That's what I got on TikTok. And again, another thing, as we all know, ke moriri. These churches often tell women to like hide their hair, like cover up your hair and stuff. Which, it's true. I mean, you can look at the whole Samsoni and everything, like, in a similar sense. I've always felt there are certain spaces I can't be in that space and be okay with my hair exposed. Like, I don't know why, but I just cannot be in that space. I cannot be around motu or batu bao or whatever thing it is that it demo with my hair exposed, right? And I remember, so we all need to have that big chop. Like at some point, you have to have your big chop and like just cut off your hair. It took exactly, I think, 6 weeks for my hair, for my head to go from chiskopo penyenye ya lehare to my head being fully covered with hair. And in those 6 weeks, I was out of touch with myself. I was freaking depressed. I couldn't, like, there was no equilibrium. Everything was out of balance. Everything was out of sorts. But my hair grew incredibly fast. It grew stronger. And with each length that I notice, that I see, I've been discovering more about myself. So yeah, there is magic in hair. There's magic in hair. And so the point that I'm trying to make, or as Mutwame, you really are a world. You're an entire existence, and in that world lives God. So remember, when interacting with others, remember you are interacting with heaven. You're interacting with heaven itself. The same way you wouldn't sit down and pray and start cussing and start being vulgar and start, like, okay, so even if we're phahla, when you don't pray wa phahla, okay, se phahla, and then o qala o wakana, o qala o sa, o qala, like, ha o rapele o tletse kgalefo, ha o rapele o se hantle, like o ikutlwa le wena gore the way o kwatetseng tate modimo ka teng, o utlwa gore you're gonna call him out. You don't, ha o etse ntho eo, so that's not how we interact le batho ba bang. Because you're looking at an existence, because you're looking at heaven itself, heaven manifest. You wouldn't, okay, se bui le motho mong however way, okay, se mo treat however way, and if motho o e le sepili ho wena, o bontsha all the not so nice things about yourself, where how much you're short-tempered and you can't explain why, that is the part where you start praying. Because remember, God lives in that body. He will tell you, Butatekeng, as one who exists within your body and within that body. He will tell you and he will help you deal with that. But remember, everything worth doing is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Okay? And I also want you to remember how you are a translator. As a world, as a person existing with heaven inside, you are also a spiritual translator, right? So translation is taking one thing and reproducing it in another form, another language, another culture, another everything, another anything, right? So when a raw spiritual information ya fihla ho wena and you translate it into a language or a form that we understand here on this earth, and of course we're gonna say it's hogwash. We're not supposed to, like, listen, people who trust easy are people I don't trust. I don't trust people who trust easy, because what the fuck, so yeah, that's the mental episode I had, Malbani. And now I don't know what to do with this information. But yeah, you're a translator, you're a realm, you're a piece of heaven, and you're just alive, manifesting beautifully. A place where God chose to live. And remember, God is still resting, is he not? He chose to rest within you. You gotta ask yourself why. And that is why you're so beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful, because you are God's resting place. Chilio.